Welcome to the Diamond K Show, where we bring logic, perspective, and real talk to politics, news, culture, and entertainment. I'm your host, Diamond K, coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland, and today we've got a loaded show. We're starting with a federal judge putting brakes on Donald Trump's plan to send National Guard troops to Chicago, a move that's sparking a lot of debate about presidential power and states' rights. Then we're coming home to Baltimore, where the city just made some major moves, from a big settlement with CVS over the opioid crisis to Governor Wes Moore cleaning house on the liquor board and the city releasing its new master plan to bring life back to downtown Baltimore. A lot to unpack, so let's get into it. Here's the deal. Earlier this week, a federal judge temporarily blocked the Trump administration from sending National Guard troops to Chicago, a city that's been in the political crosshairs for years whenever the topic of crime and control comes up. Trump's argument was that rising violent crime in Chicago justified federal intervention, including the possible use of National Guard forces. But Illinois state officials, including the governor and Chicago's mayor, said, hold up, wait a minute, that is federal overreach and it crosses a constitutional line. The judge agreed, ruling that the president can't just federalize a state's National Guard without clear legal grounds, specifically under the Insurrection Act. And that is key because this act was designed for moments of rebellion or complete breakdown of law and order, not ordinary spikes in crime. So what this ruling really does is reaffirm something that Americans sometimes forget, that states have sovereignty. Governors control their guard units unless Congress or the courts say otherwise. What's interesting politically is how Trump's team framed it, painting Chicago as a symbol of chaos and failed Democratic leadership. But the legal system pushed back, saying even if you do not like how a city is run, that does not give the White House the right to militarize it. And this isn't new. Every time presidents try to test the limits of executive power, the courts step in, from Nixon to Obama to Trump. It's that back and forth tension that keeps the system in check. The timing is also fascinating because Trump is already in campaign mode. This plays perfectly to his base, the image of being the law and order president, but it also risks alienating moderates who see it as a dangerous test of military authority over civilians. So this is more than a court case. It's a preview of the power struggles we're going to see leading into 2025 to 2026 to even 2028. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok at The Diamond K Show. Of course, onfirebroadcasting.com, djddiamondk@gmail.com. So next up, Baltimore City, my home, settles with CVS over the opioid crisis. Now, we're going to talk about Baltimore for a minute because a lot went down this week. First up, the city of Baltimore reached a settlement with CVS, the drugstore chain, over its role in the ongoing opioid epidemic. Now, that is part of a much larger wave of settlements happening nationwide, where cities and states are suing major pharmacy chains and drug manufacturers for flooding our communities with prescription painkillers while downplaying the addiction risks. Now, the number of overdoses in Baltimore has been staggering. Families have been destroyed, neighborhoods hollowed out. So this settlement isn't just about money. It's also about accountability. Reports say the settlement will direct funds toward treatment, prevention, and recovery services, things that could actually save lives if done right. What makes this significant is that Baltimore has been fighting this battle for years, and this is one of the first big steps toward tangible financial restitution. But here's the real question. Will that money actually reach the streets? Because if it's just going into general funds or bureaucracy, it won't make the difference that people are expecting. This money has to be something that supports community-based organizations, ones that are actually doing the work on the ground, not just consultants or contractors. So we'll see how this unfolds, but symbolically, this is a win for a city that's been carrying the weight of the opioid crisis for far too long. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show. Of course, On Fire Broadcasting as well, onfirebroadcasting.com, on youtube.com/DJ Diamond K, and djdiamondk@gmail.com. Now, Maryland Governor Wes Moore is making headlines for removing most of the liquor board. And so the governor made a bold move this week. He removed most members of the Baltimore City Liquor Board, calling for a complete reset. Now, for those who don't know or don't follow this closely, Liquor Board is the agency that regulates bars, liquor stores, and alcohol licenses across the city. And for years, it's been criticized for being outdated, inconsistent, sometimes even political in how it enforces rules. So when the governor stepped in and said, we need a change, that caught people's attention. And this fits with his broader pattern. Moore has been quietly, but firmly asserting state oversight in areas where local agencies have been struggling. He's showing that reform isn't just about speeches, it's about accountability and modernization. Now, some insiders are calling it a, quote, power move, but it's also a smart political one. Baltimore's nightlife economy is huge. It's culture, it's revenue, it's jobs, but it can't thrive if the board that oversees it is stuck in the past. And that's something that we had to deal with in nightlife. All the years that I've been a DJ, we've had not a lot of friends on the city side of things. Some, but not a lot. And it's really hurt nightlife. And hopefully the governor is going to move some of these things in the right direction. So this new lineup, Moore is expected to appoint, will probably, hopefully, reflect younger, more reform-minded voices. Maybe people who understand how modern business, safety, and community balance and intersect. So yeah, this was a shakeup that is long overdue. I'm happy to see it. And for a long time, there have been problems with the liquor board. And this is a move in the right direction. Let me know your thoughts, of course. djdiamondk@gmail.com, onfirebroadcasting.com. On all social media, I am at The Diamond K Show. I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this and other topics? What else do you want us to talk about? So we have the Soul Nation Winter Getaway 2026, goes down February 20th through the 22nd in Scranton, Pennsylvania. It is the Soul Nation Winter Getaway. and this is where good people meet great times. So this is going to be an R&B explosion that is going to be perfect for that time of year. Of course, your man Diamond K, and I'm talking about this ultimate party. We're going to hit the road for this ultimate winter party. The buses are going to be rolling out. Hilton Hotel, people checking in. As I said, it's going to be February the 20th through the 22nd at the Hilton Hotel in Scranton. 3 days, 2 nights of fun, music, and good vibes. R&B performances from Drew Hill, 702, Montel Jordan. It is going to be a lot. Get on the bus and go to this luxury stay. So you can reserve your spot today with just $50 down. Packages start at $479 per person. Includes your round bus trip. So get those deposits in. And we have a coupon code that you can use. And that is DWA4073. We got that right on the screen right here. So this is brought to you by Soul Nation Events. You can call me 443-604-9153 if you need more information for the Soul Nation Winter Getaway 2026. This R&B explosion is going to have Drew Hill, Montel Jordan, and 702 February the 20th through the 22nd, and that's going down in Scranton, PA. So hit me up for those details, or you can visit onfirebroadcasting.com/events. It is going to be the perfect winter weekend, so make sure that you join us. Get your tickets for the Soul Nation Winter Getaway, as I said, onfirebroadcasting.com/events, or give us a call or click the link below. So Baltimore's government rolled out a major new plan for downtown, and this could be a turning point. The vision includes mixed-use housing, pedestrian-friendly design, new transportation options, and incentives for small businesses. Essentially, Baltimore wants to make downtown a true 24-hour destination, a place where people live, work, and play again. Now, let's be real. The pandemic hit downtown Baltimore very hard. Offices emptied, businesses closed, foot traffic plummeted. But other cities like DC and Philly are bouncing back faster. Baltimore is trying to show that it can do the same thing, but in its own way. So the plan, hopefully, is going to address safety and blight. These are key issues that have to be solved if some type of revitalization is going to stick. I think this could work. And if it's done with community input and not just developer money, people who lived and worked in downtown Baltimore for decades should have a voice in what the new downtown would look like. It's not just about buildings. It's about identity. Baltimore's always had character. The challenge now is making that character shine again without pushing out the people who made it what it is. So you already know what I'm talking about. I need black people, brown people involved in this, not only our white brothers and sisters. So we have got to find a way to do that, and it can be done. It's not impossible, right? It's not impossible to do. So the mayor, Brandon Scott, is letting us know his thoughts and what he plans, and I think that that's all good. So I am excited to see what happens and where this thing goes. New York Attorney General Letitia James was indicted by a federal grand jury in Virginia on charges of bank fraud and making false statements. The allegations center on a property that she purchased in Norfolk, Virginia in 2020. Prosecutors claim that she misrepresented her intention to use it as a secondary residence versus an investment property. to secure more favorable mortgage terms, possibly saving about $19,000 in interest. The indictment also includes a charge for making false statements to a financial institution. James has responded by calling the charges politically motivated and a weaponization of the justice system. She denies wrongdoing. The case will proceed in the Eastern District of Virginia, with her arraignment scheduled for October the 24th, 2025. The prosecution is being led by Lindsay Halligan, who was recently appointed U.S. Attorney for that district. Some reports note that career DOJ prosecutors had been hesitant to bring charges, but then were replaced or overruled, raising questions about political influence. So, I don't know. There are a lot of things to watch, and I wanted to get to some of the deeper takeaways and the caveats. We talk about political retaliation claims. Letitia James and many Democrats say this is payback from Donald Trump for legal cases that were brought against him and other political interests. Letitia James is framing this as a political witch hunt, which it appears to be. There is a burden on the prosecution, and in order to succeed, the DOJ must prove intent. She intentionally did this, that James knowingly provided false information to gain advantage. Simple errors or mistake entries will not suffice. So the precedent and the norms, talk about that. The case signals how far the DOJ might go against political adversaries in this administration. It tests the limits of executive influence over prosecutorial decisions. We also need to talk about public trust and credibility. James has led high-profile cases against powerful figures. This indictment could erode her moral authority if doubts arise, regardless of the outcome. And I think that is one of the main things that Trump and his allies want to do. It's not about putting her in jail. It's about muddying her, dirtying her up, as he's trying to do and has done successfully to some other folks. Now, let's talk about the defense strategy. Expect the legal team of Letitia James to argue mistakes or misinterpretation of forms rather than a deliberate fraud. Also likely claims of selective prosecution. I think that is clearly a direction that they should go in. Now, as far as ripple effects, this could open the door for similar charges against other Trump critics. Some reportedly already points to probes into other officials. So I don't know where this is going, but I have an idea and I don't like it. So you may ask yourself, why does this matter? When an attorney general ends up indicted, especially one who prosecuted Trump, the stakes just aren't legal. They are political and symbolic. The charges versus the facts. We've got to lay out the bank fraud and statement charges. The Norfolk property, the interest, savings, and the residency claims are what the Trump folks are going to point to. That's what they're going to try to look at as the reason. But Donald Trump has pushed his officials to legally pursue not just Letitia James, but others who he has beef with. So depending on how this turns out, we're going to either see more of this or less of this. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. At the end of the day, we should be able to trust our elected officials and folks in the DOJ to do the right thing. Maybe I'm being naive to expect that. But let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comment section. DJDiamondK@gmail.com. On all social media, I am at The Diamond K Show. And onfirebroadcasting.com, diamondk.substack.com. We are all over the place. And before we close, let's talk about some opportunities. Right now, The Diamond K Show and On Fire Broadcasting are running our fall promo special. This is a way for small businesses, entrepreneurs, and creators to get 1 week of promotion for just $49. That's right. Small businesses, entrepreneurs, creators can get 1 week of promotion for just $49. And here's what that includes. 2 posts per day on Instagram Reels for On Fire Broadcasting and The Diamond K Show for 7 days. You're going to get reach across our Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube shorts, and a professional shout out or tag in a featured post on The Diamond K Show. This is a real chance for small businesses to get visibility without breaking the bank, especially heading into the holiday season. So to lock in your spot, DM at The Diamond K Show or email djdiamondk@gmail.com. Spaces are limited for this promo window. It is a first come, first serve thing. We're all about promoting people who are building something, and this is your shot. So holla at me, djdiamondk@gmail.com. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. Follow The Diamond K Show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Stay tapped in at onfirebroadcasting.com. My name is Diamond K. Stay smart, stay focused, and of course, stay on fire. See you guys on Monday.